What's up, everybody? Welcome back or welcome to It's Time to Talk Watertron Astrology. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to be diving into your financial sovereignty with this reading, okay? Depending on when you're watching this, we are currently in Taurus season. Taurus does rule the seventh house for anyone who's familiar with the natal chart. And Taurus is all about financial stability, financial security, and also financial sovereignty. Okay. Now, I've already rolled the dice, and we're going to jump right into this message, y'all. So, I got Jupiter in Aquarius in the sixth house. Okay. In Jupiter, I love to see it just because immediately I hear the word abundance. Okay. And Jupiter is all about abundance. Jupiter is all about expansion. All right. And in the sign of Aquarius, though, Aquarius is the mind. You know, it's almost even referred to as the higher mind. So, there's this expansion within your mindset, all right? There's also like this connection you're having with your higher self that is also helping you to tap more into your financial sovereignty, okay? Now we have this also in the sixth house, and the sixth house is about work, routines, day-to-day lifestyles, okay? The sixth house is naturally ruled by Virgo, which is interesting because Jupiter is in fall in the sign of Virgo because the expansion has to be purposeful. It has to make sense. When Jupiter is in the sixth house, it isn't an energy of where you can overindulge. You know, it's a lot of refinement that happens within the sixth house when Jupiter is there. Now, this is great because it allows you to cut through the fluff and to like be very resourceful and to utilize all the pieces type of energy. Okay. It's like in the sixth house, Jupiter is going to utilize every tool, every resource to the max. Okay. And that's a good thing because that's adding to your financial sovereignty right now. Okay. Now, what I do want to do is read the definition for sovereignty. Okay. And sovereignty means supreme power or authority. Okay. Now, this is where you are learning again when we tap into the higher mind about the power that you possess over your lifestyle. Okay? There's this energy where you are coming into an understanding of how to possess financial sovereignty. And with Aquarius showing up here, this is through the mind. This is through air. This is through communication. This is through your ideas. Okay? So let's get some more on what are we needing to know exactly about this sovereignty that's manifesting. Because I'm getting within this Taurus season, you're becoming sovereign within your finances. Okay? So let's get some more clarity with the astrology heavenly bodies deck. We got Virgo. Wow. In house 9. So interesting because Virgo, we were just talking about Virgo ruling the sixth house, and then we get house 9, which is ruled by Sagittarius, which Sagittarius is ruled by who? Jupiter. So interesting because Virgo in the ninth house, though, there's still this energy of purpose, right? Things need to be purposeful. Like, where are you going towards? It needs to add to you. So, a lot of you guys have found ways to be of service in a very purposeful way. And I'm getting this purposeful way is contributing to your higher mind. But when we speak of the higher mind, like, I feel like the higher mind is connected to everything. Okay, so I can even argue that the higher mind is the soul as well, because Jupiter in the sixth house, Virgo in the ninth house, there's purpose here. You found purpose. That's why a lot of this financial sovereignty power, okay, is able to come amongst you, is able to manifest in your life right now. You're headed in the right direction, so that's powerful. Okay, you're going up. You're going in the right direction, yo. And that is really good words to hear, man. Um, let's get some more on this message. We get 2. Wow, we get Taurus with the water element. And on the bottom of the deck, we get Pisces Interesting, because this is where we're tapping into this sixth house with Aquarius there, and like you getting all these bright ideas and understanding how to utilize every tool in your toolbox. Because with Taurus here, right, we're in Taurus season, but when Taurus links up with Pisces at the bottom of the deck, this reminds me of the second to the 12th house, and this is energy where you are learning how to utilize your spiritual gifts, okay, to your benefit. So a lot of you guys have a lot of spiritual insights that you have been able to tap into for yourself, but also with the sixth house and Virgo showing up, you've also been able to be in service to others throughout these spiritual gifts that you have. I'm getting curated, but that you've crafted, that you've put in a lot of work, because Taurus is an energy where it toil and labor, like it really will put in that work. It's a Seven of Pentacles energy, right? So I'm getting a lot of you guys have really put in that like 10,000 hours to sharpen your spiritual gifts to the point you're now able to utilize them to maintain and to gain financial security and financial sovereignty. Okay, we got the water element here because this is also highlighting your spiritual gifts. Like, this is you guys using a lot of your intuition. Maybe a lot of you guys have the clairs, the clairaudient, clairsentient, all of the clairs, but you're utilizing emotions, right? It's like, this is interesting because it's like you're utilizing your intuition to understand messages from your mind that are allowing for you to manifest your financial sovereignty into your life, within your lifestyle, within your routines. Yeah, because with Pisces in the ninth house, in Aquarius, these are outer worldly things. Like your gifts, and the reason why this financial sovereignty is here is because your gifts are divine, okay? And they help heal the mind. They help to because the 12th house with Pisces, I'm just getting this 12th house energy here. And with house 9, yeah, there's just been a lot of like, the reason why this financial sovereignty is truly manifesting for you because of all of the entanglements you've had to do. Because the 6th house squares to the 9th house, 9th house squares to the 12th house. And I know this is a lot of astrology we're talking here, y'all, but this is a vast message, and I'm having to really ground it through a lot of channels right now. And the 6th house to the 9th house is purpose, right? We spoke about that. You haven't had purpose within your actions, okay? And then from the 9th house to the 12th house, this is rectifying outer worldly and traditional beliefs. It's like you've made sense of how to utilize your spiritual gifts that honors your spirituality, that honors your higher mind. So naturally, physically, you're going to be honored with this supreme power, financial sovereignty. Ooh, this is a big message, y'all. It's wild. It's kind of far out there. It's far out there, but I know this is going to resonate with who it resonates for. Let's get us some tarot to just ground this message more when it comes to the financial sovereignty that's currently here in our lives. What do we need to know? Interesting. We get the Three of Swords. We get the Three of Swords a lot on this channel, guys. And the Three of Swords is astrologically Saturn in Libra. And then at the bottom of the deck, we get the Hermit, which is Virgo. A lot of Virgo energy here, guys. Some of you guys can be Virgos. You can be Aquariuses. You can be Pisces. You can be Taurus. You can be Sagittarius. But the Three of Swords, Saturn in Libra, and the Hermit, what are we getting here? You know, the Hermit is inner work, inner reflection, and we get Virgo out here a lot. The only way you're able to be of service, the only way you're able to gain this financial sovereignty is because of the inner work that you have done. Like, again, we spoke about the differences that you have rectified on an outer worldly level with that 12th house Pisces energy, and on a traditional level with house 9 and this Jupiterian energy being present. Now, the Three of Swords, this is internal, but Saturn and Libra, wow, because she's holding a heart in this Three of Swords. And Saturn in Libra is like, to me, reminding me of, it's just taking me back to the air element with Aquarius. And yeah, you've had to balance out your mind. You've had to work with the feminine and masculine parts of you. And I'm getting, this is, okay, so I'm getting the amount of work. We're getting more into the work that you've done. All right, because with this Three of Swords, I'm getting that the masculine part of you and the feminine part of you were both imbalanced at one point. And I'm getting that this was almost like an overwhelming with this Three of Swords. Because both were imbalanced, whereas normally you may have your feminine that's imbalanced, or normally it's your masculine that's imbalanced. But in your case, it was the feminine and the masculine parts of you that were wounded or imbalanced in some type of way. And that's where you had to really do a lot of this purposeful, reflective energy, this Virgo energy, having to refine, compartmentalize, having to heal, having to ground things, having to tap into your spiritual essence and understand how to utilize it to balance things out in your life. That's all the work you've done on a mental level. She's holding her heart in her hand, so on an emotional level as well. You've had to rectify the higher mind in the heart, the masculine in the feminine. Okay? But you have. And now there's a lot of expansion happening in your life. There's a lot of personal empowerment that's here for you. There's a lot of spiritual fulfillment and physical fulfillment manifesting along with this sovereignty. There's also this deeper connection that you're going to be gaining with your intuition. So let's get some closing messages here, y'all. Clarify this Three of Swords. Closing messages. Oh, okay. Interesting, because the deck flipped over quick, and I seen the sun, and then it went back in there, and I pulled out the card, and I got the Emperor, and on the bottom of the deck, it is the Empress. Oh, I love to see this, because that's exactly what I just said. Wow. It's just amazing to see magic in action whenever you're doing tarot like this, because with the Three of Swords clarified by the Emperor, and at the bottom of the deck we had the Empress, and I'm going to make sure to put this both into the video. I just said the masculine and the feminine part of you needed to both be, they were imbalanced somehow, and you had to do this. But it's like the masculine and the feminine parts that you were working with were the divine feminine, divine, like the mother, father energy. Like, this wasn't just any masculine or feminine energy. And like I even told you, most people are imbalanced in one area. It's the masculine that's off, or it's their feminine that's off. In your case, it was both, and it was a divine masculine and divine feminine within you that needed to be rectified and balanced out. And you've done that inner work, but it took a lot. Okay, it took a lot of balancing out information, balancing out your mind, balancing out your emotions, grounding your beliefs, sleeping on things, waking back up, reviewing it again, righting wrongs. It took a lot of righting wrongs here. And I'm getting that this is from outer worldly experiences, past life, and from traditional and religious affiliations. Okay, that all of that energy had to be rectified because it had caused imbalances and pretty much manifested as the Three of Swords here. Okay, but you've done that in the Word. We get the Hermit here. You know, you've done a lot of internal reflection, a lot of refinement, a lot of purifying, a lot of cleansing. Clarify the Hermit card. Closing message. We get the Seven of Cups. That's what I was just saying. You know, the message is repeating itself. The Seven of Cups is a lot of the Seven Cups, you know, and it's like A lot of energies. But this is, you look at the Hermit, you know, he's draped in his drape. So this is just inside of you, this Seven of Cups. This is shadow work that you've done, that you unveiled. But this shadow work gave you so much truth. It unveiled so much information. It gave you so much new information. It gave you so much power. Okay? And ultimately, it's gained you your financial sovereignty. Without further ado, peace, and I love you.